Hello and welcome back to the Welsknight Patreon server. Today we are taking on the beast, taking on the first terraforming. Yes, we are doing the cave for the portal. Oh, and I have random lag spikes. Um, you can see I took down the um, the wood blocks, but I kept this oak just so I had um, a visual guider to like know where like the top curve could be. And and I kind of figured out that I wanted to have it in like the middle, but with but with but with a but a kind of good long one. But now that I look at it, actually, I wanted to be a little bit more curvy. So I'm going to actually make this do do curve like kind of like this. Let's try to take these blocks out. There we go. Because again, I want to work with the depth of the flow of the feeling, and it just didn't fit right. But yeah, now imagine it going up, 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 and all of this right here will be one cave entrance, and then I will do something else here on the floor. Um, but yeah, let's try. So what I like to do is kind of get the main frame, kind of get the first few blocks in, and what I know it's gonna be a little curvy road. So what I want to do is work it up, work it up like this. And as you can see, like I've not even put a little like a large amount of stone in yet, but there's still a lot. And yeah, then we could do something like this, where this goes a little bit up, this will follow. Um, and I'm just like switching, just like sometimes just switches to just switch between the blocks in your hand. Just use the mouse wheel as your tool, as your guiding, as your brush. And if we kind of did something like this, um, and actually made it a little bit more thicker, and this went up like this, and this will be, and I'm making this at the same time because it's gonna be the behind block. And there we can put this one and this one, because now when we're up at this altitude I can push this a lot further up and actually have this at my advantage, and kind of like do it like this, where and as you can see, I'm kind of following, but then again, I'm not following it, but using the basic shapes and just building up the mountain, because this is gonna be a mountain range. So, and this is gonna be like the steep side. Um, so yeah, this could be like something like this, where you're having all of these blocks going behind it. There we go. There we go. Kind of like this. And they are oh, and I can now pull it down just a little bit. Um, so we get some feeling like that. And again, this is the first look. Yeah. Now I know this kind of looks really bad. Yeah, this looks really bad. But what I was planning in my head while I was doing this was going up and then behind here use these blocks. And that's why I put them with me. Having these at the depth layer, but not overuse it. Just add a little bit of texture, a little bit of something that moves through the mountain. And there we go. There we go. There we go. Just slowly making it the way up again. And adds a little bit. Just a little bit. Because there's gonna be more depth behind it. Depth. And I think there and this one. And then I will drag this one down. And put this one up. And now I'm getting like a vibe that this is a sharp corner that this turns. So I will take this. And meanwhile, I'm up here. I can grab this one and push this one down over here because it'll never been like so it's gonna be a little jagged and I ran out of netherrack, so that's gonna be that. But yeah, work that up and just add a little bit of texture variation like that, and this one's gonna be down here. Now you're thinking, oh yeah, but I didn't do the other side. That's correct. Maybe I should have done that. But sometimes I just like to work with what I feel right now. What do I think will look good? So just take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah. And this is just gonna be one. Maybe I can take this a little bit down as well. And if we take this, I think we're actually gonna have this just like that, just a single block to give it some depth. I think that's so good. And now we're actually just gonna take this up again. And this is again gonna be like a very odd shape because it's on this very curvy area. But then again, just work up the pieces. Just work it up. It's nice and easy. And if it becomes like it's a bit too steep, you could add stuff like this. A little bit of variation in the building, and add a little bit more. And this is gonna be a little bit more steep, and a different way to build it up because it's on a curve. So if you see, I'm kind of like working with the whole area at once. Can you see? Can you see how it kind of like gets dragged up a little bit? Just a little bit more for each layer. Oh, and I threw that in the very bad. And what I saw right there was I could actually add like one here, one there, and start already adding some layers right there. Let's see if I'm a good ender pearler. I'm not gonna look. What? Nope. Nope. I'm not good. I'm not good. Maybe this way. Nope. No. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, I'm up. I'm up. Up there. Let's try that. And now we're just gonna continue working our way up, adding a little bit more at the time. Just adding texture. You get tired of saying texture, but that's mainly what you're doing when you're building large-scale mountains. And when I want to have it curving over, so I actually want to build this up before I do anything else. As you can see, like the drip is right there, and I'm actually in front of that drip, and I'm referring to it as a drip. Kind of like it's dripping down. And now I know I can add something like that, and I can go behind here, add one there, and just one here, because that will get this, the effect that I'm looking for. This one is going up here, and this gets closed. And now if we add, where should this should kind of be coming up from over here. So this will be the hillside moving slowly up, just adding some blocks, just pushing them in, kind of like they were forced into this area. There we go. A little bit, and then I think I will take that piece off and add one here. Have to jump up. And yeah, you see, I'm just playing with the terrain, going forward, backwards, looking, but F5. And if I were, and I think I will having this actually as the layer based. And this is a really neat trick working. If you just saw what I did, I actually worked in some depth here. I can here I have like this offshoot. If you look here, you have like this area where you get a little bit of depth, which you can pull a little bit up, and then have 1, 2, 3 up. Nope. Kind of like having this as the new like wall, and then add the top corners. Yeah, kind of like just adding a little bit of shape. This maybe goes a little bit up, and this goes a little bit further up. And then again, just add a little bit of texture like that. And now we do. And now let's try. And would you look at that? A nice curved area where the kind of like the stone is dripping down. And now you're thinking, oh, can I get drips like these ones over here? Yeah, we can add them, and it's different because you're working on an angle. So here, if I look just up here, that one, that catch my eye, and I can take this, and I can, whoops, and I can drag this down, drag it down, and fall in the water as well, and just get a little bit, just some few, and one could actually be this one, I think, even though it's so close, because then I can do this with the inside wall. Yeah. And there we go. You see, and again, working in the depth. And I'm gonna have a floor, and this is gonna be flat for now because there's so much water. But that doesn't make that doesn't look very bad. And I could just add like this little drip as well here. Oop. And then when you're working around this, you're gonna drag this behind it. So this wall and this wall will go. For example, like we could go and make this work up here. And again, working with the depth inside the cave, it's something different because this is gonna be coming up. And we know this is gonna be here, so we can already kind of take this one, make a second drip, and work our way down through and add variations to the landscaping. Like that, like that, like this one, closing that off, getting that effect, and then again have it closed off. Just drip, 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 drip the rocks down. Drip, 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 drip. That's gonna be the new thing on the server, if anybody catches me saying that. And yeah, that should really take a look. And you see. And now we have worked a little bit of depth inside here. And because we haven't worked on, this is not like jumping totally outside your eye view. And I will go in and add some cobblestone walls, stripping from these ones, just to get it a little bit more of that effect. But I think that's gonna be that for now. Showing you a little bit of how to work with a depth feeling. I will make the cave go a little bit further in, and then I will be right back at you. Be right back. And welcome back. So I kinda got going. Yep. Yeah. So I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, let's let's take a look on what I've done. So last time we were here, I'm gonna make this short because I'm almost out of time. We only had this outer rim, and what I did was okay. What I did was making all of these areas kind of like just going in and out, weaving the cave like I wanted. Like what I did was, okay, this is not going very good. We can better see it here from the top. There we go. So basically what I did was like making this mainframe of how I wanted the roof to go. And as you can see here, this is kind of flat because I want this to have a feeling where to going over here, whilst this was kind of like the midway point of going from the larger area that's right here, and then just making a shorter jump. And let's try to see how this actually looks from inside. As you can see, there is this clearly like higher point like at the start of the cave, but then it becomes very dense and very close in here. And I used this cobblestone wall very effectively, getting them very, very close to the ground and just making all of these very, very good these are very good at terraforming. These will give it kind of like, if you look here, it will give kind of like a sliding effect. If you see, when you glance over it, it's kind of like the walls are sliding. So yeah, that's actually it. I'm sorry, I'm still new to all of this, so I'll try to be better in the future. And I hope you enjoyed the episode, and feel free to give me a comment on how I'm like giving you help on terraforming, what I should do next, or like what I should do to help you guys. Like, what should I talk about? Like, I know I should do more like ongoing, and that will be in the coming episode. But at this moment in time, like, what would you guys like to see? Have a good day, and take the hat off. Bow for you, and have a great night. Sleep well.